Hello everyone, welcome to or back to the new grid. I'm Kyle, and in today's video we're taking full self-driving beta 10.69.2.2 on some unprotected left turns to see how they perform. With that, let's get started. So these unprotected left turns are similar to what check cook style ones are, but this is a little bit different because the median has a shared turn lane in the middle of it. Rather than having the different blocks, it's basically an all solid shared turn lane where people can go in and out of. Now here there's quite a bit of traffic to the left and we're creeping up already. And this is about as comfortable as I am with it going forward, and actually I probably would not have crept out this far because I've got a biker coming, so I'm gonna back up to let them go ahead. So again, it's creeping out pretty far like it did the last time. Now we're clear from the left. The right, there is a car, but technically you can go into this middle lane, but now it's completely clear, so it continues on going. So that's one thing, is it's not really registering that shared turn lane as a place that it could stop potentially to continue on to make that left-hand turn, just in the case that Chuck Cook turns can be. So let me reset and we'll try it again and see what happens. So we're getting ready to set up. We were kind of over the center line and finally kind of moved over when that truck was coming down here. We weren't over, but we were really close to the center line. So now we're reset. We're at this position. It's already turning the steering wheel to the left. And there's a biker coming. So I'm going to actually back up and have it reset. It probably could have actually made it ahead of the biker, but right now it's wide open. It can go. Should go. And it took that way too wide. It went into the other lane. I didn't expect that to happen, and there was cars that were down a little ways, but I feel comfortable letting it continue since it went too far past the lane that it should have been turning into. So let me reset and we'll try another one. So now we're setting up. It's just slowly going forward. It is now got the steering wheel turned slightly to the left. It's creeping forward. There's cars coming. It thought it could go in there, and maybe it could have, but at the time that it needed to commit, I didn't feel like it was ready to commit. So let me back up and I'll reset this. Creeping forward. And now it can go. It's clear the one way. The other way is clear if it goes, and it's going. And I'm gonna again take over to get in this turn lane to turn back and reset. I will let it, however, turn down this road, but there's no one around, so it can do that just fine. And I'll reset and do another unprotected left. Not sure why it's braking here. Not sure what it detected. Maybe that mailbox it thought was a person, but it did definitely brake there for some reason. But now we're approaching that left-hand turn again. Let's see how it performs. So I'm wide open right now to the left. There is a car that could become an issue here in a second, and I would wait on it at this point because again it just didn't seem to have confidence that it was going to go and go correctly. So we're again wide open from the left. The right is not open. And now that the right is, it really would have needed to go ahead, and you can see that car's going over to get around me. And it would not have had time to cross that traffic. So let me back up and reset. So again, it looks like it's trying to, and I didn't even like that creeping. There's too many cars right in front of it. So again, it's just really odd creeping. I don't know why I would think that it could see everything that it needed to from here. But now we are completely clear from the left. The right has a few cars. And I'm taking over because it was not accelerating enough to get past this other car. But since I'm also turning here, I'm not gonna force it. And that's kind of how I would do an unprotected left, is I would turn into that lane and use it as a speed up place to get myself in line or whatnot, and then merge over if needed, rather than pull right out in front of them or something like that. So that's a little bit different from how unprotected left turns are for Chuck Cooks, but that's how we do them here with the shared turn lanes. And yeah, it's just creeping way too far from my comfort level, and definitely the drivers. I mean, there's cars right there, not that far away, and it's just creeping up to them. But here we go again. We're completely clear from the left. The right does have some cars in it, and we're kind of stopping in the middle. I'm letting it do that just because there's no cars coming yet. But this is not how one would do a unprotected left turn. We would go into this lane, which is the middle lane, and then merge over when open. But that's definitely not how full self-driving is performing on them. So that's something that needs to be changed, but I don't think it'll be too hard for Tesla to change that, because it's essentially how Chuck Cooks are, but it's just a slight modification to them. Now I'm set up. I'm going to manually make this left turn. So right now I've got traffic to the left, so I'm waiting back here for it. That gives people room to go through on this bike path in front of me. I could have went out here and made the left-hand turn and got into the median, but I'm kind of waiting a little bit for some more traffic just to show you how I'd merge over rather than have it completely empty, because there's no one to the right and they're just now people coming from that direction. So there is a biker coming here from the right, so I'm gonna at least wait on them and then wait for my gap and take it. I probably could have went right after that biker, but again, I'm still waiting. And right now I'm going to start creeping forward because there's only one car to the left that needs to go, and there's still traffic to the right. But what I do is I pull out into here, and then I put my turn signal on and get over to merge into that lane. And that's kind of how most people handle these So that's just kind of what I think should be done. That it should be they should start building that into their test cases so that they can handle those properly rather than the awkward way that it was handling that last one that I was halfway in the intersection still when it was trying to go. So with that, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, liking this video, because the more people that like it will help me get more cameras so I can basically show more of what the interaction with the roadway is for both directions. That's something I kind of want to do, is mount a couple cameras on top so you can actually see the kind of traffic that it's dealing with. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.